again. So this is, hey, all right, we're live on YouTube. I have been practicing doing dual productions here, doing a YouTube live at the same time that I do an Instagram live. So that's what I'm doing. So you're going to see me looking back and forth between each camera, and that's why. I just want this work to reach all the people it can reach so it can help whoever it's meant to help. So, YouTube, for your introduction, hey, it's me, Oracle Brigette, and I'm here to offer spiritual guidance for adults. This is an adult program. I hope to use some adult language. And this program is intended to assist those who can tap into and sense the nuanced energies in their bodies and in their environment. So, if that sounds like you, then I hope you will join me for the codes. Yay for us. Hey, my loves, come on in. So, yeah. So, you guys know I am a 33-year-old adult woman, and I have been doing this spiritual work professionally since 2017. But I started teaching meditations and reading auras professionally in 2011. So, I have been in this work, in this space for quite some time. And it is my honor and it is my pleasure. So, thanks for joining me. I've got some lavender here that I'm going to smoke, a little lavender to get myself in the right energy. And then I'm going to speak to you for about a half an hour. Alrighty? So it's beautiful out. It's a cloudy day, but the birds are like really popping today. They're so happy. So I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you're feeling good as well. So usually in these energy reports, I do not answer questions, but if you have a question, you can put it in the comments, and if it feels relevant, then I will read it. It's just that once I start channeling a message, sometimes a question in the comments will distract me, and so I ignore it because I don't want to get distracted from whatever I'm bringing through. Yes, darling, lavender. Lavender, lavender. We're smoking lavender. We're smoking a little bit of lavender with a carbon filter. So thanks for joining me. It's really an honor to be here. I know we're starting fairly casual, but I just want to get into the vibe with you guys and get into the feelings. So thanks so much for joining me. Okay. Are you guys ready? So this is going to be a collective reading to assist you in navigating the current cosmic energy and the upcoming cosmic energy in alignment with your highest vibrational potential. Okay. You know what? Let me tell Instagram I'm also live on YouTube. We have YouTube people on Instagram. I'm also live on YouTube. And I'll just pin that. Okay, this is the first time I'm attempting to save a video where I'm doing the dual streaming. Thank you for your patience. It's been 3 minutes and 40 seconds of me prepping, so I think I'm ready for the video. I'm ready for the message, rather. So take a deep breath. Go ahead, if you're in a safe space, tap into the nuanced energies in your body right now, because I'm going to speak directly to those energies. So I want to make sure you're already there. So I want you to imagine that the life force energy that is moving through your body, the energy moving through your body, can be perceived like electricity. The energy moving through your body can be perceived like electricity. And so breathe, feel calm, and just imagine that whatever energetic sensations you have in your body are electricity. So first do that. I'm putting this thing out. Okay, she's out. Okay, so did you do it? Did I give you enough time? As you breathe, the physical movement of your lungs, moving your chest, we're going to imagine that that is an electrical experience. And we're going to imagine that the activity of the organs, the heart, are electrical experiences. And that's not that hard to imagine, right? Because what happens when in the movies, I haven't seen this in real life. It's a real life thing, but I can only work from my life experience. In the movies, when they got the person laying on the road and they go, clear, choo-choom, clear, choo-choom. We all know that's electricity. Okay? So we brought it into the physical. Because I want to talk to you about the energies right now in a term of electricity. Okay? So take a deep breath. I want you to imagine that you now have access to more electrical lines in your body. In your body, there are more avenues for electricity to flow. In tandem, your energy field, your electrical field, your personal magnetic field, your aura, so many terms for the same thing, right, is growing in size. So this makes sense. If you plug more wires into some piece of electronic and you feed more power into it, you could imagine that its light would potentially get brighter. And that is the experience that we are in right now. Not only is our vibration increasing as if it's a simplistic concept, but our vibration is increasing as a result of this increasing of electrical lines in our body. There are more places that life force energy can flow through and to. There are more options. Okay. We got more options. In the past, there are things like traumas. There are things that, we'll say, there are things like programming, mental programming, and there are belief systems that can sometimes hold us a little hostage. And they manifest as energetic blocks in our body. So, as life force energy, aka electricity, flows through, it has to go around those blocks. It is not able to permeate those blocks. That's how we used to be. Now and moving forward in our current cosmic energies, all areas are able to be permeated by our own personal electric energy. These electric lines that I'm visualizing running through our body, it very well could be parallel to our nervous system. If you imagine the image of the nerves and how they come out of the spine. I don't know if you've seen that before. Google that after this. Kind of branching through the body. That's what I'm seeing, like lightning branching through the body, or at least avenues for lightning. Okay. Okay. Now, the next thing I need to say, now that I've told you that it's going to feel like you have more electricity going through your body. Oh, and did I make it clear that areas of your body where you are energetically holding blocks that allowed you to be blocked in your mind because you were holding a physical block that kind of powered up the mental concept? So now that your own life force energy, electricity, can go through these blocks, know that your mindsets are naturally going to be changing. A lot of your programming is going to be very easily faced and changed. A lot of us in the collective are going to become like better people pretty quickly because our physical, energetic body has seemingly cleared up. And suddenly we don't have as many of these energetic blocks, which are a result of a mental block, but then they work for us inversely. And so we suddenly have been cleared of energetic blocks, and the mental blocks just seem to be very easy to move, to shift, to clear. I'm so happy that you all are here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to keep going. So, as I prep for the next light code, let me realign my chakras. Okay. Now, this electricity moving through our body, it also is going to result in some emotional potentiality. There's going to be some potentiality, some potential for us to feel emotions in a very strong way. And so I'm going to tangent, but know that this tangent is directly related to what I just talked about to talk about this code. I don't know if you guys can hear the music that I can hear. I kind of hope you can't hear my music, because usually when you have music playing, you get shut down by the platform. But I just had to have music playing. Okay, sorry, I'm on it. So our emotions hold a charge, so to speak. And that makes sense because our emotions contribute to our vibrational frequency overall. Our emotions aren't the only thing that contribute to our vibrational frequency, but they have a strong impact on the quality of our vibrational frequency. So there's a thing that our mind does where we feel an emotional energy rise in our body, and our mind is quick to define it. Our mind is quick to label it based on old paradigm wisdom. So, oh, this feels like anxiety. Oh, this feels like fear. Oh, and it's like we put these low vibrating labels on these emotions. And that actually makes us like harden and not facilitate the process of feeling them as much, because we're like kind of uh, regretful to even process the emotions because we think they're this heavy emotion because we put a heavy label on it. And so I want to talk that back. So, are you nervous, or are you excited and passionate, and you care about the outcome, and you care about the quality of your work because you have self-respect? And all of those things are creating an energy in you. Not, oh, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I can't do it. Hold on. If you can potentially allow your mind, your desire to define things based on low vibrating, old world vocabulary and terminology, you will find that there's a higher vibrating way to freaking perceive what you're going through. And just by choosing to allow yourself to perceive it in a less stressful manner is going to allow your experience of it to just be more enjoyable. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go through the list of every low vibrating emotion and tell you what it could be. But what's most important for me to portray to you right now is that when you feel a strong energetic of an emotion, yeah, we got to face it. It's going to inform us of something, or something is alchemizing, something is healing. Emotions are so crucial and informative and healing for us. The processing of them, the dealing with them right away. And sometimes, you guys know I say this all the time, sometimes you got to exit an environment in order to find a safe space to feel an emotion that you are having. And with that said, do not be so quick to define the emotion that you're feeling, especially if you notice that the definitions you give your emotions make your life harder, make your life more difficult. Because we don't want that. What's the fucking point of that? Don't even use your brain if the using of your brain is going to make things harder. Just don't even think. Now, thank goodness this is an adult program, because adults know how to take this advice and not be stupid. And they know how to take it and make their lives better, and to take advice and help them. Whereas like a child would be like, I don't have to think. No. This is an adult fucking program. I depend on you guys being full grown-ups and taking these codes, so I don't have to over explain everything as if you are my students, my children's students, because I teach kids. I don't want to treat you guys that way. I'm always trusting you to read into the nuance and to make choices in alignment with your well-being. Okay, so you're going to feel this increasing of electric energy moving through your body. And I think a lot of people are going to perceive it as anxiety. But you will find that if you're really in reality and in logic, there's not really any reason for you to not trust yourself. There's really no reason for you to not trust your decision-making skills and your ability to, oh my God, look at my cat. She's bathing herself. Sorry, let me give her privacy. Look at my cat. Interrupting myself. I just saw her little head bobbing and I thought it was so cute. Hey, you're so cute. You're really cute. You're really a cutie. Okay. Okay, cat break over. I promise. I didn't forget what I'm talking about. So know that we can put any label on an emotion, and that doesn't make it the only way that we can perceive that energy that we are feeling. Okay? So don't be so quick to label an emotion. And honestly, your brain isn't always needed completely when it comes to the processing of an emotion. Okay? So it's like, okay, do I need to hold on, let me think? Or do I just want to take a deep breath? Do I just want to take a deep breath and anchor into my physical experience for a moment and be present with myself and show myself I'm here for you? Okay, let's just take a deep breath and feel this for a moment and have a calm adult response to things. Or do I want to feel something and send everything into emergency mode? Use my brain, process things, put a negative label on them. So now I went from being a regular person in my life who's about to feel an emotion to a regular person in my life in survival mode, in a low vibration, freaking out and not knowing what to do and creating drama in my life. Now, the thing is, I'm not saying y'all are creating drama in your lives, but know that there are many external factors in your life right now that will offer you the potential for drama. So many factors in your life right now to give it major telenovela energy. Major soap opera energy is a potential. So be aware of this. Remember that I'm telling you this. Just because everyone around you is offering you the narrative and the vocabulary and terminology that would put a very low vibrating undertone and overtone upon your current experience doesn't mean you have to accept their projections. Feel free to be a leader, and you decide what vibration you are going to perceive your personal experience from. You can't change how other people choose to live their lives. You can't change how other people choose to perceive and define the experience that they're going through. God bless them. But you have 1,000% control over what you perceive. Now, I'm going to step into the next topic. They're all related, right? They're all related. They all kind of circle back to each other. Next, I want to talk to you about, and those of you who were on my live last night, I workshopped this light code. So this might sound familiar, but I haven't published it on a page yet. So I want to make sure that I get this out there. Everybody take a deep breath. All of you. Okay. There is a difference between... No. Wait, let me drink a coffee and let me reset. I'm going to start that a different way. There's a major importance right now for us to be in reality, very present in our bodies and utilizing our sight, our ability to perceive and take in and process data, facts about our realities with our sight. I'm not talking about things you see on the internet, things you see on TV. I'm talking about actual things in your real life. How much money you actually have. What jobs are actually on the schedule for you? What are you actually going to do about that clutter over in that corner of your house? What are you actually doing about your dishes? How are you talking to your neighbors? How are you actually acting? And how are people treating you? And what is this actual environment that you're actually in? What's here? And how do you feel about it? And how is your experience of it going? Do you like it? Do you want to make changes? That kind of in reality. I know you want to wear the booty shorts, but if it's 22 degrees outside and snowing, the booty shorts might not be an in reality decision, right? The booty shorts just might not be a realistic choice. Realistic as in alignment with your well-being. Yeah, in reality, I could put on the booty shorts and go out into the snow. I could do it. but that's not in alignment with my well-being. And so we're just going to say, well, that's not realistic. That's not in alignment with reality. Under the assumption that we all are here behaving with the intention of consistently aligning with our own well-being and of course the well-being of all and the harm of none. Obviously. So we're not like focusing, oh, let me make sure I'm aligning. No, bro. Obviously we're functioning to align with our well-being. Obviously. What's the fucking point otherwise? Look at me getting all excited. Hopped up on lavender. Okay. Being in reality and making sure that you are creating and deriving your perspectives from an actual embodied and present state, utilizing your vision, your actual eyesight, and your other senses. But you know what I mean. That is super crucial right now, okay? That is going to be very helpful. So now that me saying this to you is leading me into the next thing I want to say. There's manipulation and there's manifestation, and they're actually, the frequency is so close. The process you go through in manipulating and manifesting, it's so strangely similar, the equation, the energetic equation. And I'm going to talk to you about that now. Okay? So take a deep breath. When you manifest something, when you are manifesting something, you are aligning with reality. You're aligning with reality. You're taking in actual data from actual reality. And from there, anchored in reality, you have a dream, your heart, your creativity, you have a vision and an inspiration to do something with your life. And so you start upon a path in your reality inspired by this dream. And how this dream manifests will vary. It will change as you stay present in reality. Things in reality shift, and you may have to adjust your path, or you may even adjust your dream or the quality of that which you're manifesting. You might change it as you change your mind, as you continue to interact with reality. That's manifestation. Okay. Now, manipulation. By the way, we are here in the name of Jesus. BTW. Okay, so manipulation. Manipulation is where someone attempts to follow that manifestation path, but they're not rooted in reality. They're rooted in disillusionment. When someone just has an ego trip or a dream, a concept that is complete fantasy, not anchored in any proof in reality, and it's pure disillusionment. Usually, the disillusionment causes the person to behave in a way where they want to disrespect the sovereignty of others. So now time for examples. So someone is manipulative when they try to convince someone to not be in reality. They try to convince someone to ignore that person's own desires and wants that are anchored in reality, and instead to go along with their dream, which is not anchored in reality and is anchored in a lie. And so when a person makes a dream anchored in a lie and tries to convince people that they are their leader, and so they are claiming to be a leader, but what they are doing is functioning and manifesting off of a lie, that is manipulation, because you are taking people out of their truth. Truth is reality. Taking people out of the truth of reality and taking them into a disillusionment, into an energy that is not in alignment with reality, and therefore not in alignment with well-being. So manipulation is taking someone out of alignment with well-being. Manifestation is the maintenance in alignment with well-being. Okay, so some people, completely amazing leaders. Some people are amazing leaders in our past, in our present, and in our future. Amazing leaders. Why? Because the concepts that they lead from are anchored in reality. We can feel how their ideas are actually helpful. It makes sense. They're actually helpful and they keep us grounded in reality, and we're able to maintain our alignment with our well being while following their leadership, if we so choose to. Whereas a leader who is a manipulator and is anchored in lies and not reality, as we follow their guidance, we get more confused. Our well being decreases. Things in your life start to not make sense, and things do not go well for you. Manipulation versus manifestation. Something can only manifest if the universe okays it. The universe is overseeing all. So something can only manifest if the universe okays it. So oftentimes, the people who follow the leadership of manipulators, whose concepts that they lead from are not rooted in reality and truth and wellness, but they are rooted in lies and desires to force people to do things against their well-being. That energy is never really able to truly manifest anything meaningful or powerful, not in this current fifth dimensional reality. And we're very new in this current reality. So these leaders who are not in alignment with reality, who are anchored in disillusionment and lies, they will find that none of their concepts or projects or ideas are manifesting. None of them will ever be successful ever again. It is simply not possible because of the vibrations of the planet. It's simply not in alignment with reality, and so it just can't be. And that's going to be something we start to notice more and more over the next 3 to 6 years. A lot of people are becoming better people. Circling back to the first thing I said, a lot of people are just immediately becoming better people because these energetics that are happening right now, this increase of electricity in the body, is allowing us to clear physical blocks, which help us reverse engineer and clear a lot of our mental and spiritual blocks. Take a deep breath. And a lot of other people who are not so willing to align with being a better person and who continue to try and lead from disillusionment and lies, well, they're going to find that none of their nefarious plans are working. They're not working. They're not manifesting. And we can only fail so many times doing the same thing before we realize I need to make a change. And ultimately, that's what this fifth dimensional collective awakening energy does, is it inspires people in whatever nuanced capacity to make a change, to align themselves with their spirit. And as soon as they start, it initiates a flow of an evolution, of an awakening that feels very natural. It feels good, and your life feels better. You feel more clear-headed, you feel smarter, and you're also more in reality. You're not disassociating and living in an illusionment type of dream. You actually can feel how you are having an impact on your immediate reality with your decisions. And you can do this right away. Look around your room, your house, your apartment, where you live. Wash some fucking dishes. Look at that change in reality. You just improved your life. Vacuum. Fold your clothes. Rearrange. Clean out your fridge. Can you tell I'm a Virgo moon? It's not the only example. That's a perfect example of where you can really use your power in your life to make changes. And I know cleaning up around the house doesn't seem powerful, but it actually is. And it's the first practice of utilizing your power. So you start with yourself, changing yourself, empowering yourself to be how you want to be, not how you feel forced to be because of the people around you, not who you feel forced to be because of your ancestors, not who you feel forced to be because of how you were raised and the culture that you grew up in and society. who you want to be, because it aligns you with feelings of integrity, authenticity, your spirit, well-being. You feel good about yourself when you're there. This energy will continue to support you in doing that. It's going to continue to support you in making changes in your life to allow you to do that. And so you make micro nuanced changes as you so desire, in how you think and how you talk to yourself, and maybe how you present yourself and how you talk to other people, whatever little changes you might decide to make for yourself and in your life, so that you feel better about your self-expression and it feels more authentic and in alignment. And as you make these little changes, at some point, bloop, the change-making energy starts to go out into further into your life. You know what? I'm going to upgrade this in my life, and I'm going to upgrade that. And it's not frivolous. It's not out of alignment. It's not happening from a self-sabotaging place. It's coming from a place that's anchored in reality and well-being. And you want to feel that energy of authenticity that you first embody for yourself. You want to feel that echoing out into your life, and it's naturally going to happen. You're naturally going to have ideas and be presented with opportunities and avenues and different perspectives for you to perceive life and interact with your immediate reality in order to make it continue to resonate authentically. You know what? I used to like having black furniture. Now I want green. I'm going to buy some green paint. I'm going to be painting everything green. I did something like that once. That must be why I said that. Or I'm going to be upgrading my furniture. I'm going to Goodwill. I'm looking for new furniture. I love thrifting things. Whatever it is. Starting to change your career path. Starting to change your style. Collecting something new that you want to start collecting. Whatever it is. It's your personal life. And it's your right. It's your birthright to explore your power in this realm of your personal self and your belongings and your property. You and your property, you do whatever you want, baby. Explore, change your mind, move things around. It's empowering, and it's an empowering practice. And you'll find that as you age, as you mature, and you have more and more experience in this practice of empowerment, which is the result of being authentic and allowing your life to be also a manifestation, or a reflection rather, of that soul authenticity every day. You're in that vibe every day. Eventually, bloop, you reach a certain level of authenticity where, I know I've spoken about this before, the roof kind of blows off. You reach a level of power and confidence and authenticity that you get this mind-opening moment, epiphany moment, where suddenly you understand what you want to do to the world with all this power. You understand that energy of soul authenticity that started here, that you first started applying the change-making energy here, and then naturally it started reflecting into your personal life. Naturally, it's going to start to reflect out into your collective environment, into your community. And if you continue to flow in that energy, naturally it reflects out into a worldly energy. And so your confidence will continue to grow to match these raising of potentials. And if you do not crave that, if that is not something that you want, then maybe you will not function on a worldwide level, like publicly, like being on, I don't know, you know what I mean? You might not be in a public eye if that's not your vibe. But the energy here is, you will continue to be able to gain access about ways that you can interact with life in a more and more expanded manner from that anchored in reality, authentic place. I don't know, it feels kind of like making art projects, or it feels like traveling, seeing new places, interacting with new people coming to you and wanting to collaborate with you. New opportunities to, do interesting things and wear fun things and buy fun things. This feels what's interesting is the energy that we're in. It feels very lighthearted. It really wants us to get creative and consider this concept of having an adventure and looking at our lives like it's a playground that we can really choose. Like, ooh, what do I want to do? Oh, I want to build a sand castle over here, and then I want to go down the slide, and then I want to go on the swings. But really, it's I want to start my small business, and then I want to go out with the girls for happy hour, and then I want to do my fresh vegetable juicing, whatever. So it's like curating your life however you want it so that it just continues to feel like an authentic expression of yourself that works in alignment with the well being of yourself. And then don't be surprised if after a while in that practice, normalizing that practice in your life, you start to have more expansive dreams, and you start to be able to expand your dreams and your concepts and the things you want to manifest for yourself in your life. They start to get bigger and bigger, or at least you start to feel more and more confident, willing to take on greater leadership roles and more responsibility in your life, which is kind of exciting when you like feel so powerful that you're like, yeah, I want to do more. Yeah, I have an idea. I want to do this. And you just do things. And I'm sure you have powerful people in your community or in your life that you can see they're already those kind of action people. They're just going to do shit in it, and they're just constantly interacting with people and creating experiences. Everyone is on their own little journey into feeling powerful and free in their lives. And luckily, it just starts right here. Doo, doo, doo. That energy is super facilitated right now by our cosmic energy, by what's going on in the energies around the collective, influencing the collective, coming down into each individual. We can really enjoy the change making energy. And whether you're just at the place where you're still starting to align yourself with your well being and your choices with your well being, or maybe you're in the space where you're aligning your home life with your well being or your social life, whatever place you're at, or your career, whatever place you're at, keep taking deep breaths, okay? Keep remembering that it is not your job to match the projected desires that other people put onto you. Now, we're speaking in a nuanced manner. You got to take care of your fucking kids. You got to do your adult shit. You got to pay your bills. You got to do your things. So obviously, remember, adult program here. I'm counting on all of us to be in alignment with intelligence and reality. And then we take the spiritual advice from there. So don't be surprised if you want to make changes in yourself. Don't be surprised if you want to apply changes. And I hope to inspire you to, before you immediately apply a really negative narrative to a feeling that you have, just let yourself feel it. And you'll know if let me go to my car to feel this emotion. Let me go into the bathroom. Let me go to bed. Let me get in the shower to feel this emotion. You can feel if you might need to provide yourself with a more supportive environment, or it's not like safe to maybe feel the emotion in the middle of a board meeting. So sometimes, we got to be adults about it. But ultimately, as soon as possible, we want to be able to breathe through the emotion so that it can inform us of whatever it is there to inform us about. So don't be so quick to apply a label, to apply a definition onto the emotion that's coming up, because the emotion itself, when you get to the other side of it, it'll have a little package of information for you that it wanted you to know, but you just had to get to the other side of the emotion first. So sometimes we'll call those downloads. Sometimes people call those moments of clarity after a storm. People will call those epiphanies. Be willing to give yourself the opportunity to feel the electricity going through your body without needing to apply a label to it. Oh, goodness gracious, and just feel whatever it is. Because you get to the other side and you're like, usually how it happens is like you feel this activation of energy in your body, feel the emotion, you get to the other side of the emotion, and you don't even realize you're on the other side of the emotion. Suddenly, you're very clear-headed, and you're just kind of randomly thinking about something. And what happens is the thing that just got healed or cleared with that emotion, with that electricity surge, immediately reworks in your mental space. And then you're fully present in your body, and your mental space is just clear. And so you're actively working through things and reprogramming and changing things immediately in alignment with your well-being. It's very cool. And usually, for me at least, and so I'm letting you guys know from my experience, I tend to come to and realize like, oh, look at me on the other side of the emotion, receiving the information. I love this. We've been doing it some of us have been doing this for so long now that it's still like funny that it's still a surprise when it happens. But usually I'm in a state where I catch myself thinking much more healthfully about a topic, being much more mindful and mature and high vibrational in considering something and thinking about a topic that I was previously really low vibrational about. And when I catch myself there, it's usually right after allowing myself to feel a really strong emotion and not make a big deal about it, and just feel it and get myself to the other side. And then suddenly, this thing I'm clear about. And then I catch myself and I'm like, look at me. Oh, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. But for some of you, it might just be you're still hesitant to even feel an emotion, either because you don't know how to give yourself, like, to excuse yourself, figure that out. You got to be able to set boundaries. You got to be able to, like, some people don't have the luxury of like getting someone to watch their baby. So it's like you got to have your baby in front of you, and maybe you got to turn your head this way and cry a little bit or something. I don't know. I don't know. Those of you who are in like really limited environments, I hope that you can figure out with your creativity ways to feel your feelings and also not self-sabotage. What else do I want to say to you? Yeah, okay, so we're being willing to change ourselves because honestly, it's going to feel so natural to flow into a more authentic and more resonant version of ourselves. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Um, a lot of people improving. People you thought were bad people that used to be low vibrational. A lot of people awakening, becoming better people, better people, better people. It's going to be amazing. Those of you who are in your 30s, late 30s and older, you may become leaders. Stay in alignment with that integrity, stay in alignment with reality. Sometimes it just helps to be out in the world and you don't even have to interact with people. If you just feel like being out, like go out for a little bit and then go back home, even if you're alone, even if you're not around, like interacting, you're just walking through groups, just having your vibration around people is really helpful. And sometimes like your spirit and the universe will be like, go into the world. And it'll be like, wait, universe, like I don't have any plans. And it's like, but I need to be into the world. When you have that feeling, take a walk. Just kind of go to a public place. Sometimes your collective and the community around you needs to feel your vibration because remember, we're all vibrational beings and naturally our energy field is very smart. And when our energy field comes in contact with another vibration that could increase our well-being, that could enhance our own vibration, our energy field downloads it. And some people are ready for the downloads that might come from you. And it's a part of your divine plan and purpose to go out and do that. Not saying you have to. It's just if you feel that feeling. Some people get that feeling, especially like introverts. They feel really strange when they get that feeling like, why do I want to be in the world when I'm usually in my cave? Like, it's okay. It's okay. We're not forcing you to interact with people. You just kind of go out into the world. Or there could also be some downloads that you need to get from other people's energy fields. So please remember, with all this said, people might still have issues with you. People might still want you to do what they want you to do. People might still need you to be a certain way that doesn't align with your well-being. Sucks for them. Okay? Sucks for them. Because just because you want me to be that way, I don't fucking care. I have a responsibility to be in alignment with my integrity, with my spirit, as a priority for my life. I could not possibly sabotage myself in such a way as to attempt to embody the projection of someone else's desires for how I should express myself. You are a creation, a unique creation, a unique expression of your own spirit. And it's not in every incarnation that we get to experience this kind of individuality in a body. So let yourself be an individual and do not feel pressured by environments that want you to meld to their wants, meld to some kind of cookie cutter expression of self if it doesn't align with your well-being and with your spirit. Okay. And as always, I will remind you, we want to be confident, straightforward, and kind. Confident, straightforward, and kind. Confident, straightforward, and kind. Okay? We can exit any environment. We can set a boundary. We can say no. But we don't have to be an asshole about it. Now, if you are confident, straightforward, and kind, and someone still thinks you're being an asshole, that's their problem. Okay? Because some people just don't want you to say no to them. And the fact that you're saying no, they think you're an asshole because they think everyone should say yes to them. But they are anchored not in reality. They are anchored in disillusionment, and they are manipulators. So whatever. You know what I mean? But we can always initiate confident, straightforward, and kind, and then we leave. And then we, you know what I mean? And we navigate. Because this shit's only going to be fun. This life, this activation in the fifth dimension, it's only going to be fun if you are heart-centered, if you're in alignment with your spirit, if you're actually attempting to stay in alignment with integrity, if you care about the well-being of not just yourself, but the well-being of all. And your intention is always your well-being as a priority, but also the well-being of all and the harm of none. We keep ourselves anchored, get your ankles out. We keep ourselves anchored in the light, anchored in the love. From there, confident, straightforward, kind. I get moods, okay? I get moods. If someone comes at me with audacity, I'm not afraid to appear to be a bitch. So if you feel the need to appear to be an asshole, I trust you as an adult to behave accordingly, because there are sometimes environments and situations where people have a profound disrespect and audacity. And before you exit frame, you need to put a little something so they know. I really like using adult language. I'm not saying curse people out. I'm just saying I want to create a space of openness and flexibility. I don't expect y'all to start acting like, boring, plain, vanilla people. I hope you can stay spicy and interesting. I hope we can all be as eccentric or not as we want, as vanilla or not as we want, as long as it's an authentic expression of your soul and you're not hurting anybody. It's fucking awesome. I say that, and I also want to remind you, people will manipulate you and say, oh my God, you're changing yourself, you're becoming a better person, and it's hurting me. Stop. That's manipulation. Be in reality. Don't let those people anchored in disillusionment manipulate you. I love you guys. Thank you for being here for my live session. It has been a pleasure to offer you these light codes. My website is lovesteadylife.com. I have been running the website for about 4 or 5 years. I've written ebooks, I've written articles, I've written the prophecies down for the fifth dimension. So I have tons of written resources on my website to educate you on these topics. I have membership tiers on my website where you get access to different levels of things, whatever interests you. I'm on Zoom twice a week. You can drop in at any time, sign up on my website where I do the rawest, freshest light codes and energy reports, along with guided affirmations and sometimes guided meditations as well. So there is a tier on my website where you get complimentary access to those. I have an archive of all of my previous Zoom sessions that are a major resource because we've been doing those sessions. We've done almost 200 sessions now. So I've got tons of videos there of just spiritual resources and maintenance programming. That's on my website. There's also a tier of membership on my website that gives you access to just that. So I try to just make everything really easy to access when you go to my homepage. I hope you see it all there. You can also book a reading with me, an in-person reading. If you are in South Florida, you can book a reading on Zoom. You could also order a written reading from me. What am I forgetting? I really love doing this work, and I've been doing it for quite some time now. So it's really nice to be able to have so many resources available. And I also don't feel overwhelmed. It's nice. Like, yeah, I might forget that I have another offering that I'm forgetting right now, but it's okay. It's really nice. So I love you. And thank you for being here. And have a beautiful day. And if you want more light codes, look at another video. My most recent energy report since this video is on YouTube. Is the other live that is public on my YouTube before this one. So you can check that out if you want additional energy reports. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I'm going to close out the Instagram video and then I'll close out the YouTube. Ooh, love you. Hi, mediums. Okay. And then we close out the YouTube. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Do, 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 do.